Hello everyone, this is Ace, and as promised here we are with another breakdown. In this video we're going to talk about the Path of the Lost. However, the game is going to call this kind of minigame next time. Seems like we're going to have this type of sub-event also in next collaboration events, since we've had it already with the previous collaboration events, Hitman and Terminator, and now again with Silent Hill. So this is the third time in a row. Hence the decision of making a video this huge in order to cover everything, so that you can come back here and refresh your memory every time this kind of sub-event will pop up again. So I'm going to warn you, I want to warn you, this is going to be a very long video. It's important that you learn how to perform well in this mini game, since it does require a lot of time and attention, but it also gives you a lot of rewards. And of course, majority of you is here because of the wings, so yeah, it also gives you wings. So in the end, it's definitely worth it. Now, the main question is, can I, as a free-to-play player, get wings? The answer is yes, it's possible. I can't guarantee you 100% for sure that you will get the wings, but I promise you that if you follow all the tips I'm going to give you, you'll be able to progress efficiently and smoothly through all the levels, and your chances to get the wings will be maximized. So let's have a look at all the section and the components involved, and let's see what to do. Let's start with the various items and currencies that we have in this sub-event, what they are, what's the purpose, and how to get them. On top right of the screen we have these lightnings, these dolls, and these coins. Let's start with these lightnings. These are called action points. As we can see from the description, they are used to generate materials from the generators. These are the items that allow us to generate other items. If we click on generators, we get a random item and a timer starts. If we click on the plus, of course, we have the usual section of State of Survival with all the bundles, and we can buy some of these, but as I showed you already a lot of times, if you go on here in this section, this is not the most convenient part where to get these bundles in general. Don't go on the plus, don't click on the plus, because you get this these are not the best bundle majority of the time. It's important that you know that you can get event related item pretty much from everywhere in this collaboration event. In fact, if we click on super manuals here, super value, we see that we have point tasks, and then we can claim dolls, and if we buy the pass we get dolls and other action points. If we go on Path of Growth, we also will get other action points and dolls. If we go on Path of Secret, again dolls. Fog Manual, same, we get dolls, no action points here. Anyway, so the most important place to get these items, as I said in the previous video about the breakdown of the whole event, is when the jungle gems, a Silent Hill related jungle gems, pops up. In fact, from there you will get not only mega window tickets, but also a good amount of action points. So keep your eyes peeled for when it pops up, and you know, be focused and try to get as much rewards for free as you can. Because in jungle gems, if you are a spender, that is the most profitable place to invest money on, because you will have a great returns in terms of items. Now, let's talk instead about the dolls. This is another currency that we can use in this event. With this item, we can buy stuff from the store. If we click on exchange, we access this store. This store is exactly the same store that we see here. Why we see this store also in Path of the Lost? Because this special currency, dolls, allows us to, because we have three sections: Robbie Dolls, Cursed Fruit, and North Cap. Robbie Dolls allows us to access to the daily deals. And here, not only we can buy, with this currency, not only we can buy stuff that helps our account, but this currency is special because in daily deals we can buy stuff that doesn't help at all our account, but allows us to progress in Path of the Lost event. So, this is the peculiarity of this currency. And then we have these coins on top right. These coins are, you would expect, they are coins, so you will expect you can spend them on a store. Well, they are not coins in that sense. They are coins in the sense they are basically points. So they are the points that you see here on this progress bar. I am over 10,000, so I can, I will show you later, I can progress from Fog Explorer to Nightmare Walker. If you're new here, the event is pretty easy. By clicking on the question mark here, you can also read the rules, and as you can read at the beginning, merge two identical materials to create an upgraded one. So let's pick two of these, and we see that we got soda crackers and so on. So when you click on an item, you see that you'll get 4 yellow corners, so you know that you are selecting this item in particular. And on the center of the screen on top, you see that you also have the name of the item. Next to this name there is a little question mark. If you click on it, you see it will open this menu. This is important because maybe you don't remember. At some point of this game could get confusing because there are a lot of items, different items, so you may forget which one upgraded. You may forget what items you need to merge to get the items that you actually want. So you know that you have these progressions of materials, and the game also tells you how these items are generated. Let's have a quick breakdown of all the items available. We have cookie related items, so we have this one, yes, biscuit, then becomes butter cookies, then the cracker that we've seen before, this cookie, this tray of cookies, this jar, and then this pack. Then we have bakery, let's say, bakery related items, so this thing here, dinner rolls, then croissant, etc. Then we have dogs, like actual dogs, and then we have dogs related items. For example, here, dog discs. If we click on the question mark, we see that we have the bone, then the dog disc, and so on, up to level 4 dog beds. And then when you progress, when you merge two beds together, you will see other kind of dog beds. Now, it doesn't say which items generates them. Okay, Okay, you can click on this one. So these are the items that will appear when you will merge two identical dog beds. Then other items that appear in this minigame are the bees. In this case I have the queen bees. These, I'm producing them now, showing you. Then you have the young bee, then a nurse bee, then we have a level 4 bee, and then finally it becomes a queen bee. Then we have also bees related items, like this one, the beehive. You have some progression of beehive, small, medium, large, before they become a bee box. Another kind of items very important are these bottles. Then we have kitchen related items. If we click on this fridge, in this case on this oven, we see that we have a tray, gloves, microwave, mini oven, microwave, and so on. Then the last item that we have on this board are these coins. Now let's go have a look at the progress bar. In the top left part of the screen we have this thing here, and we can access to the progress bar. Now, as we can see at the bottom, we have some thresholds related to the coins that I said already are actually the points. Now, these are the items that we can get if we reach that threshold. Immediately on top of this threshold here, we have another threshold that we can unlock by getting these items here. Okay? Once we completed the Fog Explorer, which is this one, we can go to chapter 2, which is Nightmare Walker. We can see, we can click here, view or rewards, click on all rewards, and we see that these are all the rewards per level in Fog Explorer. When we go to Nightmare Walker, we have these other rewards, Stray Adventure, and then finally the one that everyone is looking for, level 53 of Silent Survival chapter. You get the wings. Now, so we have these 4 Explorer chapters, these 4 levels, let's call them levels, even though each one of these chapters has a different level on its own. So once explored that, let's start with all the tips to progress in this minigame. Now, the first tip is be mindful of your time. Now, with this I mean both the time you have at your disposal to, sit, focus on the game, play, and I mean also the time at your disposal before the event ends. Now, I'm talking about the time you have at your disposal to sit and play, because both this game on its own and some of the following tips could be pretty demanding in terms of time. But I'm also talking about the time at your disposal before the event ends, because this kind of collaboration events last for a certain amount of days, precisely 60 days usually. This is a big amount of time. But we do have a lot of work to do to get all the rewards, so don't overestimate the 60 days amount of time. Just be focused and try to play every day and more than once per day in this event. Why am I saying this? Because every time you generate an item, as I said before, you will lose an action point. Now, this action point takes some time to regenerate. Now we see here the countdown is saying 29, 28, and so on. When it reaches 0, I will go from 94 to 95, and it will show you how much is actually the time needed to generate one action point. The answer is 4 minutes and 48 seconds. So if you simply divide the 60 days, which is how long the event is gonna last, by 4 minutes and 48 seconds, that's the amount of action points that you can ideally possibly get only from the passage of time without even spending a cent. Of course, if you're a spender, this will allow you to be definitely more sloppy, pretty much on everything, and also save you a lot of headaches. Of course, if you spend, you can compensate for lack of items, lack of action points, but if you're free to play, you have to be mindful of your time, because the time at your disposal is crucial. Now, everything we just said in this tip leads us to tip number 2 and tip number 3. Second tip, always use your action points before they reach the amount of 100. Why? Because these action points works like the stamina in your settlement. Once you've reached a certain limit, in this case the limit is 100 action points, the passage of time won't allow you to generate extra action points. Once you reach 100, you don't see anymore the timer. Also consider that when you get action point from other section of this collaboration event, you may get 10, 20, 30 action points, whatever amount. These action points that you win, they don't go in your backpack ready to be used wherever you feel like it. They immediately go up here. So if somewhere I get 20 action points, I will reach 95 plus 20, I will reach 115. Let's see if I have any action point here so I can show you. No, but anyway, just trust me. So this means that until you don't bring, if you go up over 100, until you don't bring that amount under the threshold of 100, you won't be able to generate any more action points. So let's consider that you're going offline for a while because you have to go to work, you have to do chores, you have to go to sleep, or whatever. Consider using all the action points you have at your disposal and try to reach 0, for example. Now, the time needed to generate an action points, as we've seen before, is 4 minutes and 48 seconds. Now, this number may sound odd, but the explanation is pretty simple if you do some simple math. 4 minutes and 48 seconds means 288 seconds. If you multiply this number times 100, which is the limit of action point needed, so the limit of action points that you can get by, not even looking at the screen, you will get 28,800 seconds. And this number is exactly 8 hours. So that's why devs used this 4 minutes and 48 seconds and didn't use something like, a round number like 5 minutes. Because you need exactly 8 hours to generate 100 action points. So you need 8 hours to go from 0 to 100 action points. So basically try to log in at least every 8 hours on this mini game and try to use all your action points, or just use enough action points in order for you to not find that you've reached 100 action points next time you log in, because this will mean that you wasted a certain amount of time that you could have been used to generate action points. So everything that we said in tip 1 and 2 brings us to tip number 3, which is always generate as many dogs as you can, as often as you can. Now, dogs, when the dog's bed are ready, you see that they don't have the clock on it anymore, and you can just generate dogs until the clock appears again. Let's click on dog bed, basic dog bed. So we can see here it's level 4. It's generated by merging 2 of these, and we see here that we have a timer, so 90 minutes and 46 seconds. Now, don't do the mistake. I was saying that always generate all the dogs possible, as many dogs as possible until the clock appears. Don't do the mistake to generate just one dog or two or three and leave the dog bed half used. Squeeze all the dogs out. Once all the dogs are generated, this clock will appear with a timer, and the total timer is 1 hour and 40 minutes. You can speed this timer up and bring it to 0, as we can see here, spending dolls. But I don't recommend doing it because the amount is pretty big. Now you see, first it was 60, now it's 57, because of course the timer is going down. But when the timer is at its maximum, so 1 hour and 40 minutes, the amount is pretty big. It should be 300 dolls, if I recall correctly. So it's not really worth it. Like I said in tip number 1, time is one of your biggest assets. So try to log in every hour and 40 minutes, let's say, in order for you to collect all the dogs. Now I know that it's not feasible to log in every 1 hour and a half. So consider doing something in between the 1 hour and 40 minutes that dog beds require and the 8 hours that the game requires to generate 100 action points. So maybe log in every 3 hours, 4 hours, or something like that. So generate all these dogs. It's really important because you will be basically using your time instead of money or items. Let's look at the next tip. Tip number 4, always finish the daily tasks in the action protocol every day. Let's click action protocol, is this one here. You have tasks, daily tasks. You have a daily limit, which is 360. If you spend 10 action points, you will get 7 of these points. If you merge materials 2 times, you will get 1 of these points, and so on. If you reach 360, you will progress through these levels. Now you get the correspondent rewards. You can also buy a bundle here. Buying this particular bundle doesn't really offer anything for your account. You don't see, behemoth parts or whatever. This bundle just gives you item to speed through the levels in Path of the Lost. So, of course, if you're a spender, this bundle will help you, absolutely. But if you're a free-to-play player, of course, don't buy it, and just focus on finishing the action protocol every day, because like I said in the beginning of the video, you can do this, you can get the wings. The next tip number 5, is also regarding the action protocol, and is to complete the challenge, because these challenges give you a lot of points, and they are not so difficult to complete. So it will give you a big help, especially if you're a free-to-play player. Tip number 6 is to collect as many rewards as you can from all the other side's events. If you go on the main page on the screen, you can click, like I showed you before, on Path of Growth, for example. When you upgrade your header, you see that you can get some items that can help you. Action points, dolls. If you go on Mega Vendor, when you perform draws, you can get some dolls here, and so on. So explore the whole event, for example, super value. Also here, dolls. So explore every corner of the event, as I showed you in the breakdown of the whole event, and get as many items as you can, and be and check when. See, this timer here, event ends in 2 days. So remember to collect the items before the event ends so you don't miss anything. Now let's start having a look at the board, and let's talk about tip number 7. Tap on the coins only, double tap on the coins only when they are maxed. If we click on the coins, we see single coin, level 1. Click on the question marks, and we see that there are only 5 levels. So if we read the description of this item, we see tap to use and receive 1 coin. If we merge 2 level 1 coins, the coin became a level 2 coin. And the description now says tap to use and receive 3 coins. So we wasted 2 single coins that would have given us each one 1 point, so a total of 2 points. And we have created an item that gives us 3 points. Again, we're merging 2 level 2 coins, and the description is telling us click tap to use and receive 7 coins. So we earn more coins by merging them. So keep the coins somewhere in a corner, whatever, and just leave it there until you don't have enough to max these coins and reach this one. You will see on top right of this little square, you will see max, so you know that that's the max level the coins can reach, and then you can tap on them and collect the points. Let's go to next tip, which is very similar but with a different items, which is tip number 8. Never use the drinks as they are. These are the drinks I'm talking about, these bottles. These bottles gives you action points, so they are really important. If we click on the question mark, we see that we have 4 types of bottles, energy drink, whatever. And let's do the same reasoning we did with the coins. Level 2 action point bottle. Tap to use and receive 6 action points. If we merge 2 of these bottles, we get the action point can. Tap to use and receive 15 action points. So we already earned 3 action points by merging them. Now I have 2 of these things here, so I can tap on both and get 30 action points. Let's see what happens if I merge them. Instead of 30 action points, I've generated an action point flask. If I use this, I will get 40 action points. And this is a level 4. So if I have 2, and I do, clicking on both, I will get 80 action points. But if I merge them, I will get this, the action point capsule, and this will give me 100 action points. So absolutely, this is crucial. Don't tap on the rings. Just stack them, keep them somewhere safe, maybe in a corner, maybe surrounded by items that you won't click on, and just keep them saved. No, I know that some of you may be thinking I already have 0 space where I'm supposed to keep these bottles, and some others are thinking you already told us to generate dogs like there was no tomorrow, so now you're asking us to play with even less space. Yeah, because I also actually have some solution for you, which will lead us to the next tips, so number 9 and 10. Next one, the tip number 9 is pretty obvious, while tip 10 may be less known. So tip number 9, store items in the shopping cart. Here, this thing here, if you click on it, you access this menu. you can store up to 4 items absolutely for free. Then you can buy an extra slot for $200. There is no need to buy it. I will show you also some other tricks in the next tips. This is a good place to store the bottles, because in this way you won't risk to accidentally click on it. So I will put this here, so I won't click on it. I'm not really bothered to have this the capsule on the way, because even if I click on it I will get 100 action point, which is the maximum I can get. So I prefer keeping this outside. It wouldn't really bother me if I click on it. Now let's check instead the tip number 10, the one that I said may be less known. And this is kind of a trick, because I advise you to keep items in the queue. When you progress in your action protocol, you win these rewards. And these rewards don't get sent immediately on your board. They appear here. And you can see also a red dot with a number in it, 10. If I click on it, this item will be dropped on the board and the number becomes 9, and so on. So there are another 9 items up here that are not on my board. I know what items they are, so when I need them I will just click it and use them. The same thing happens when you buy some items. If you go on the store, daily deals, let's say I want to buy these, let's buy 2 of these. Again, I reached again 10, and they go on the top of the line. So it doesn't matter what I already had in the queue. I bought new items, the last item I bought goes up here. There is absolutely no one forcing you to click on the item to throw you on the board. You can keep them indefinitely until you don't need them. Now, let's go to the next tip, which is again highly connected to this trick that I already showed you, that I just shown you, which is tip 11, and it's don't collect level rewards unless you need them. The mechanism is similar. We go on Fog Explorer. I've reached a lot of threshold and I never took the items. Well, in my case it's because I had to prepare the video, so I wanted to show you this. So keep them here in this section until you don't need them. For example, dog disc. I don't have any other dog disc. I don't have any dog disc in the cart. I haven't bought the bundle that could have helped me generating items. So until I don't find a way to get another dog disc, there's no point for me to pick it from this section. Now the dog disc is level 2. When I merge 2 dog discs, I will get this one. This one doesn't generate dogs, so I need 2 of these items to generate a dog bed. So, considering that I already have a dog disc here, it's either I need 3 of these, or 1 of these and 1 of these, so I can merge them together and get the dog beds. Until I don't get this amount of items, there is no need for me to throw them on the board, because that doing so will only take some space. Let's check what I mean if I have enough items. Okay, I don't. is just to show you, to prove my point. I clicked on the dog disc, like I told you, it goes on top. I clicked on it, now I'm merging it, and now I'm left with the dog ball, which is totally useless for me now, unless I don't get another dog ball. So that's the reasoning. Only one oven. This is a level 6. So to upgrade it, I need another level 6 oven. To get another level 6 oven, I need 2 level 5 or a different combination of the previous one. So what's the point for me to collect this, for example? They will only, see, occupy space that I need. Now let's go to the next tip, tip 12. Do not blindly merge every item you have. Again, this is another tip about the space on your board. I know that some of you may think, well, what's the problem about the space? I will just merge every item I can, and that's a mistake. You will end up with a lot of high level materials and a lot of maxed items too. Do not max too many items, because maxed items cost way too many lower level materials. Of course it will allow you to have more space, because if I merge all the cookies that I have, I will get a lot of space, but that could backfire horribly, because maxed items are not so requested in the orders. So you will probably end up with items in your board that will occupy space. So you were merging materials to save space, and you've ended up with less space. And all these without mentioning that to max an item, let's say this thing here. Sorry, let's click on the croissant. Okay, this thing here, the basket with all the bread. To max this thing here, this is a level 7 material. This requires you 2 to the 6th power items, which means 64 level 1 items. In other words, 64 action points, and that's a lot of action points. It's an awful lot if you think that you may be using those very same 64 action points for way better things. And I will show you also in the gameplay video, because we're already at almost 40 minutes and this is gonna be huge. So, but don't worry, I will show you. Talking about not merging blindly everything, let's go to the next tip, which I personally think is one of the best suggestions I can give you, and is do not merge dog beds. As soon as you get another one of these dog beds, don't merge them together in order to get a better one. You can start generating dogs as soon as you get a level 4 item. And like I said before, every 1 hour and 40 minutes you can generate a certain amount of dog. This certain amount of dog is 8. Now, if you merge 2 basic dog beds, yeah, you will get a better dog generator. And clicking on the question mark, you see what will happen. After upgrades, you may get this one, because from the level 4 dog beds, you can get only this 2 type of dog, which is a level 1 dog or a level 2 dog. Now, the thing is that higher level dogs are not so common to be generated. Also, when you upgrade, another important thing is that when you upgrade the dog generator, the quantity of items generated is not going to change. It's only the quality that changes. As you can see here, you don't see that you will get more dogs. You may get better dogs, higher level dogs. So with a level 5 dog generator, you're going to get still 8 dogs, of which 1 or 2 are higher level. We know that to make higher level dog we need... Now, we see that we're generating only bulldog, so level 1 dog. We know that to get a higher level dogs, we need to merge multiple dogs. So having a better generator, of course, is appealing, but you need to think for a second that you need to merge 2 basic dog beds to make the level 5 dog generator. So what you should ask yourself is it better to get 16 level 1 dogs or to get 8 dogs, 1 or 2 of which are level 2? Of course, the answer is obvious if you put the question in this way, and it's better to get 16 level 1 dogs. And you will be able to get these 16 dogs every 1 hour and 40 minutes, because having 2 dog beds won't interfere with your timer. You will still have 1 hour and 40 minutes. So if you log in every 1 hour and 40 minutes, you can generate 8 dogs from one bed and 8 dogs from another bed. So we can keep up with our strategy even faster. Now, since we're talking about beds, let's go to the next tip, which is still related to dog beds, which is very marginal, but let's go to the tip. When merging dog beds, make sure you've squeezed all the dogs out of both the lower level generation. So if we have 2 basic dog beds at level 4 and we want to make a level 5 for whatever reason, I already told you to not do it, but if you don't know, you don't trust me, or you want to gamble, or whatever the reason, because you need space, whatever the reason is, you want to merge the 2 beds. Before doing so, generate all the dogs you can, let the clock appear from both the level 4 dog beds, and then merge them together. You will see that the clock will disappear and you will be ready to generate again dogs. Of course, it works only once, so use this trick for when you need it. Let's go to the next tip, tip 15. Try to keep a balance on your board in terms of items. Now, during the event, let's see what I will generate now. I generated this thing here. Another one. That's strange. That's not what happened to me in the last 14 days. Because I used to get a lot of cookies, and I think you can also tell from the variety of items that I have on my board. During the event, you will find yourself with a lot of items of one particular kind and very few items of the other kind. I got a lot of cookies and very few of, let's say, bread related items. Okay, so that's pretty much all of it. So these are now they are pretty even, so I think I did a pretty good job in keeping them balanced. So it's frustrating because you may get a lot of cookies and very few of these items, and that's something that you can solve by prioritizing some orders over some others. So, for example, if you have a lot of cookies and in general I've been getting a lot of these biscuits type material and very few of the bread type material. Don't know if you are in my situation with way more biscuits rather than bread, but I'm sure you've been getting way more item of one type rather than the other one. So how to deal with it? Looking at all these orders, pick the one that makes your board more balanced. You have more bread, serve the cookies first. If you have more cookies, serve the bread first. This will help you arrive in a situation like I am now. I was in a very bad shape. I used to have like all cookies all over here in a section like this, like almost 1/3 of the board was full of cookies. Now let's go to the next tip that is also related to the board, which is tip 16, use your action points to make different kind of items. Now, if you generate here, we click on the question mark, we see that we can get the bread-like items or the biscuit-like items. But these are not the only item we can use the action points on. We can use action points on also on the B box. So if we have a lot of cookies and or a lot of bread, consider generating some bees, or if you already have enough bees, in my case I already have 3 full-grown queen bees, you can consider making some honey. Extra bees and extra honey, well, maybe I'm going a little over the top now, but having some extra bees and or extra honey is a very good thing to do, at least for 2 reasons. First, they are highly requested items, and second, such orders usually gives thumbs up. Like in this case, I will show you what I mean in this in the next tip, which is tip 17. Keep an eye on the daily deals section. No, okay, so the flood of likes I'm gonna talk to you in the little later. So let's talk about the daily section of the store. If you click on exchange here, you see, as I showed you before, the daily deals. Buy items from the store daily, only the item with a good discount, and maybe even piggy banks, and just really in desperate cases pay the full price. Let's break down what I just said. Buying items with the good discount. You can find all sorts of items here. Sometimes you see a discount, sometimes you don't, and sometimes these discounts are different, -20, -50, and so on. What you see, every now and then when you merge items, you see that you get a bubble. That's what I wanted. So dinner rolls, level 2. It's a level 2 items, and it costs me $5. This item here, these $5, that is the full price of the item. So when you see a discount, you have to imagine that you're giving the discount to that price, because that price is the precise amount, the precise cost of the item. One more thing, don't get fooled by the fact that some items are higher level, so you buy them even if the lower tier item has a bigger discount. Just pick the one with the high discount, even if they're on the lowest level. Let me show you what I mean. Let's say you need a croissant, okay? Now, almond croissant. To get this croissant, I need 2 of these cream buns. So I merge these and I get the croissant. Exchange. Now, let's say I want to fulfill an order and I generate items, I don't get anything that will help me create the croissant. So I can just buy it and pay 14, or as you can see, there is a 30% discount. It's pretty good. Or I can buy 2 of these, paying 10, merging them and get the croissant, having spent 10 instead of 14. Why? Because this was minus 50. So don't get fooled about this. This is even worse in a way, because you need 2 almond croissant to make a chocolate croissant. 2 of these will cost 28. 1 of these will cost 32. And still you have a 20% discount, which is still okay. So if you need this kind of materials, buy this one first, because they have the 50% discount. Another thing that you can buy from the store is the piggy bank, like I said. Now, buying piggy banks is an interesting choice. Not a lot of value, honestly, but if you feel like you have a good amount of dolls, you want to invest some on the daily deals, and or you really like those wings, or just in case you are a spender, well, these piggy banks will help you reach your goal. I'm gonna buy you just to show you. Well, okay, and we get action points and coins. So as we've seen here, we got exactly 2 level 2 coins and 1 bottle. Not a lot, like I was saying, but if you feel like it, go for it. It's not a huge deal. It will definitely help you. And then the last thing I said at the beginning of the tip is just buy stuff at full price only in desperate cases, in desperate scenarios. And talking about the desperate scenario, let's go to the next tip, which is discharge items only in desperate scenario. If you're really in a bad situation with room on your board, almost like I am now, you can click on an item, let's say this croissant, and you can click on the bin. This will remove forever, for good, the item from your board. Another tip, this tip about removing stuff, I absolutely not recommend it, but I add it only for information's sake. Another tip that I add just for information's sake is tip 19. Don't pay to break the bubbles unless, again, you're not in a desperate scenario. As I was showing you before, when every now and then, it's totally random, by the way, when you merge items, of course you will get a higher tire level item, but you also get the exact same item you just got merged in a bubble. If you click on that bubble, it will appear a buy option, like I was showing you before, and like I was saying before, that's the full price of the item. By clicking buy, you will spend dolls and you will get what's inside the bubble. I don't recommend it, first of all because it's like paying, like I said, the full price, but also because the bubble after some time will burst on its own without you doing anything, and you will get a coin. And these coins, as I showed you before, you can merge them and get a higher amount of points. So at the end it will be even better than, because at the end, if you buy the items, you're buying the items because you want to fulfill the order, and fulfilling the order will give you points. At the end you will get points even if you don't burst the bubble. So I would not recommend doing so. we're almost at the end. So tip 20, exploit the flood of likes feature. Like really, like hell. This is what I was talking about the likes. This is one of the most important things, if not the most important feature in this game. So you have this thing here, flood of likes. I am at 66/15. If we click on here, we see that reach the targets. The target is 15. To randomly receive 5 of the following items. So every now and then some orders appear that will give you likes. Now I need a golden retriever. So can I make it? Yes. But now I've lost the German Shepherd. So that I can make the mitzvah. So I can fulfill this order, get a good amount of points, and get these 2 extra like that have brought me to 8/15. So that's basically how it works. Now, one more important thing I want to tell you. Let's say you have, let's check what I do have now here. 8/15. And let's say that I get an order to fulfill that is giving me, I don't know, 10 likes. 8 plus 10 means 18. If I fulfill that order giving me 10 likes, I will reach 18/15, and I can click on this thing here and claim the rewards, but the 3 extra like that I got will be lost. So try to fulfill orders with the likes that will make you reach just 15/15, or if you are really you don't have anything else, just try to not waste a lot of these thumbs up, because losing a couple is not so bad, but if you lose, let's say you are at 14/15 and you get an order that is giving you 10, you will lose a lot of value. So try to fulfill other orders first, hoping for an order giving you less like. One more thing, when you reach 15/15, the rewards don't get sent immediately on the board. You need to click on here, and then there is a claim button. You need to do that before fulfilling other orders giving you likes, because otherwise all those likes will get lost. Actually, if you reach 15/15, now I have an order in my list giving me likes. If I fulfill another order giving me what I need to reach 15/15, you will see that this thumbs up disappears, and it won't reappear until I haven't claimed the rewards. The next tip, and it's also we are also lucky because it just appeared, tip 21 is exploit the special orders. Every now and then a special order appears. Now these orders are special for 2 reasons. First of all, they have a timer. This other order, they don't have a timer. You can fulfill this order even in the next 2 days. They don't disappear. This thing here instead has a timer. The other special thing is that they give you an extra amount of coins. For example, we see that 2 croissants give 16 points. In fact, we have another order with Sarge. Again, 2 croissants, again 16 points. So what's special about these orders are that give you more coins, so it's a good thing. These are good orders to prioritize, even though keep in mind tip 20, explore flood of likes feature like hell first. Now let's go to the next tip instead. Tip 22. One of your highest priority should be to fulfill orders that are asking for dogs. Why? Because, as I said more than once, time is your biggest asset, especially if you're a free-to-play player. Don't overestimate the generation of dogs. Generate as many dogs as you can, like I told you before, and fulfill orders asking for dogs. This way you will get more coins. You will get more coins having used dogs that didn't require action points, so didn't require money or your hard-earned action points. It will be like earning points just with your time. But like I said, I will show you also in the gameplay section. So if you have any doubt about all these tips, I hope I will answer to each one of your questions. Tip 23. When there is no flood of likes or dogs involved, use your lowest tier item. Again, I know that this could sound counterintuitive, because at the end of the day we want to fulfill orders and get points, because with points we progress through the level and get to the wings. So why am I'm telling you, I'm advising you to use your lowest tier item first? I said when there are no flood of likes or dogs involved, because your priority should be dogs and orders that give you likes. If you don't have any order with dogs and likes, pick the cheapest one for you in terms of action points, in terms of items, or in terms of dolls if you need to buy the items. This way you will be able to, if I fulfill this order here, I'm doing this just to show you, or in this case these biscuits here, maybe, and that's what happened, I get a new order with dogs. Like I said, you've been generating dogs every hour and 40 minutes, so you should have a lot of dogs to use. This way you can easily fulfill this order and get 14 coins. Then final tip: read the instructions and exploit the weakness of the event. Let's click on the question mark. General rules. This board here is the board for Fog Explorer. When we reach every level here and we upgrade, we go to Nightmare Walker. Clicking on the question mark, we see ranking up resets the board, removes all the materials we have on the board, and refreshes objectives, event store, action protocol, and flood of likes. What I will focus on is removes current rank materials. And that's what the peculiarity that I want to focus on. These materials, especially the bread and the biscuit, let's say, are related to Fog Explorer. If you remember Hitman and Terminator, when you used to level up and go to another rank, of course you get a new board, but you have different items. You don't get this croissant or biscuit, for example. You get different item to merge. But some were similar, like the honey or the dogs. So what I think, what I'm telling you is that ranking up removes the current rank material. So it should remove only the croissant, the cookies and whatever, but not the honey and not the dogs, and not all the items, for example, like the dog treat or the dog bowl. So you can use this in the next level to create more dog beds. And this is just another reason to create dogs every chance you have. Now, these are all the tips that I can think of. I hope I haven't missed anything, and I hope it was all clear, since I know that some of the stuff I said could be really counterintuitive, or maybe you forgot in which order you should fulfill first. After all, we've been here for more than an hour, so save the video, watch it again, comment which tip is not clear, if there is any. I'll try to explain myself better in the comment, and stay tuned for the gameplay part, because I will go tip by tip and try to show you what I actually mean playing. So I will actually show how flawless you will be able to progress through all the levels. So that's all for today's videos. If you have any question, please let me know in the comment section on YouTube, or message me on Discord. If you find this video useful, please leave a like and subscribe to support me in the channel. And more importantly, come back here into the comment section when this collaboration event is finished. I'm really curious to know if this video helped you and you all managed to get those wings. So I'm really looking forward to hearing from you, so please let me know. See you in the next video. Bye!